Hey guys, Oliver here, founder of Prevolve. I'm here with a bit of a product update. It's been a while. I think it's been a couple of years and a lot has changed. So I'm gonna actually go into a lot of detail in this video. Kind of gonna be a complete history of the product over the last year or two. So buckle up, strap in, we're going deep. I have the three colorways in front of me. We've been testing a lot of different patterns, a lot of different color combinations, and I think we've really settled on this colorway option, right? So we have our white out with a transparent bottom now, our Prevolve green with the aqua on the bottom, also transparent on the black ice bottom, with the black upper. We're finally kind of settling there. We test a lot of things. We want to see how they look, how they perform, and this is kind of where we settled with the colors. The cleat plate was a challenge for a while with durability. We saw during cold weather some cracking. Now we actually dip our cleat plate in solvent and bond the whole thing together. So it's way more durable. Our print settings are refined. We have also modified the shape of our studs where the base is a little bit thicker to create better stability in the ground so there's no cleat wobble. So that's especially important for like the FG model because the studs are a little longer. We've sort of perfected the placement of the studs around the toes so that they're slightly inset from where your toes, the tips of your toes are, so that it's easier to actually like pivot and change direction. You don't want the cleats too far out or else they'll actually kind of hinder you from moving in the ground. So that's been refined. Um, and then under the cleat plate, we have the insole plate, which is now a stiff material embedded within a foam structure, and it has a hexagonal pattern that adapts to your foot strength level. It also has bigger hexes through the forefoot area to help with the flexibility, and when you step it's very comfortable. It doesn't bite you, but it does spring back. It's also the hex ensures that as you wear these, as it gets towards the end of the life of the cleat, if something does break, it's not catastrophic. It doesn't propagate throughout the cleat. One of these struts could snap and the cleats would still be completely functional. The insole plate on the inside has some grooves and some texture so that the insole, which has matching grooves, actually sit into the insole plate. And that ensures that the insole doesn't move around while you play. You get sweat in there, it's super hot, it's not going to slide out of position. The upper layup, we have new materials here. We have a new foam material that prints beautifully. We had some issues with our old foam where it just wasn't consistent. So it's super soft. The internal liner, we have the same upper 95A structure sandwiched in between that also helps with distributing the creases through the forefoot. So some people have experienced some hot spots or blisters on the top of the foot in older models. Now the structure of the internal cage helps actually disperse those flex points. And then on top we have our upper texture, which we've tested varying thicknesses and designs, but we're very happy with the thickness here. The durability is excellent. The touch is excellent. The upper is still very soft. And now there's sort of micro texture laid over that helps a lot with the touch on the ball. It creates a little less surface area so that when you're dribbling, you don't get stuck on the ball as much. We also have reinforced the eyelets with an internal structure that has improved the strength dramatically. We're still working on that, still trying to make it indestructible if we can. Yeah. And then the heel area has gotten a major rehaul in the design, so it's a fully 3D printed foam heel counter and collar foam. It's all integrated into one, so there's no seams. It's super soft cushion in the foam, and the Achilles area is actually shaped to crease like your Achilles. There's some little flex zones so that it creases just like your Achilles would. Yeah, last the tongue. The tongue is actually three layers. It's the internal foam. We have a ripstop nylon embedded inside of it, and then our structure on top. So it's also been engineered to be extremely durable, but also very comfortable. That's an update from previous models. Next, let's talk about the insole. So the insole is also the new printed foam that we have. It's lighter, it's softer, it just prints better, and it's also printed all in one. We don't glue the textures on the bottom anymore. It's all integrated into one piece, so it's more durable and you get more cushion through those sort of pressure points in the toe box. And the Met pad flanges, the pocket is now built in. The foam of the Met pads is also the new foam, so little higher quality, a little softer. Uh, they just feel a little bit better than I think the old Met pads we had. We have our dual color Met pad box with your details on there. And then the toe spacers, again, the new foam, softer, better quality, just really comfortable, smooth surfaces. We've tested a lot of foams on the market, and these are by far the best we've ever used. Other changes that we've made is we've introduced the fit sock. So now for the fit, when you order our cleats, we send you these a replica of the fit in this sort of stiff material to get an idea of if we've nailed the fit or if we need to make small adjustments. So this is a new step in our process. It makes, the fit even better from before because we can actually do an iteration of changes based on how the shoe is actually going to fit you. So this is, process update that really improves our accuracy and your ability to get a shoe that fits your foot perfectly. So those are all the product updates. This company, because everything is 3D printed, we're constantly changing things, testing things, and the improvement happens really fast. So I apologize for not making a video sooner. We've been busy. We have a new production facility. We've been setting that up. We've been perfecting the product. We have a new website in the works. So there's just a lot going on, and the cleat will continue to improve. We really appreciate those of you who send us feedback. Don't be afraid to criticize certain things. Don't be afraid to tell us, what you really think, because that's how we make the cleat better, just incrementally, step by step. And I really do believe that the rate of our progress is just much faster than what traditional footwear companies can do because they're working with molds. They have to work in like 6 month, 12-month cycles of updating their product, while we can do iterations over a day, 3 or 4 iterations. We print something out, we test it, we see how it feels. So the cleats are only going to get better, and we really appreciate all your support on this journey. And yeah, we hope to see you in the future. Buy some cleats. Do you want to be cool? Did you get that?